New flights out of Punta Gorda Airport will make it easier for travelers to visit Philadelphia and Chicago. Frontier Airlines begins service at Punta Gorda Airport this weekend. Flights to Philly begin Sunday, flights to Trenton, New Jersey begin Monday, and those to Chicago start in a few weeks. Airport officials say they expect Frontier to bring about 8,500 passengers in and out of the airport each month.
And ABC 7 business commentator Richard Stern is joining us now. A quiet day on Wall Street, Richard, but all down arrows, unfortunately.
Haley, you're absolutely right. What we've got here is a market that's simply looking for direction. One day we're up 40 points, the next day we're down 60 points, then we're up 50 and down 30. I think you've got the idea. We're just simply treading water, going nowhere. There is an election coming up, I understand, and that may have something to do with it. But we really are seeing, for the most part, pretty darn good earnings. IBM moved higher today. Boeing, unfortunately, moved lower. Several drug stocks did very well, so it's really a mixed bag. That's about all I can say about it. But let's take a look at the numbers in that mixed bag. There you see the Dow was down less than 30 points, 16/100%, closing at 18,169.68 on fairly light volume of 629 million shares. The biggest mover of the day was the NASDAQ, down more than 0.6%, more than 34 points, closing at 5,215.97. That on volume of 1,547 million shares. The S&P right in the middle, down 0.3%, just over 6 points, closing at 2,133.04. Well, there was some good news today out of drug manufacturer Bristol Myers Squibb. Their shares jumped 5.6% today. Reason for it? Well, number one, their quarterly earnings came in far better than expected, and for next year, for the entire year, they are also expecting earnings to come in well above Wall Street consensus estimates. Two drugs had an awful lot to do with this performance. One of them is a drug called Eliquis, which prevents blood clots, and its sales were up by 90%, 90. Another one is a drug called Yervoy, which deals with melanoma, and it was up by 19%. So it's nice to see companies well, and it's certainly nice to see them coming up with products that are helping us all across the board for our long-term health and our long-term care.
And Richard, before we let you go, some news on Amazon tonight.
Yes, after the close, you know, these companies, some of them don't come out with earnings till 4:15. That was the case with Amazon. The earnings did not look terribly good. Now, the stock's been doing incredibly well, but I would think Amazon will certainly open lower tomorrow. Where it'll finish, we'll have to see, but definitely open lower.
Okay. Richard, thanks so much for the update.
You're welcome.